announced that WNBA TV ratings are down more than 50% since Caitlin Clark's injury. And it was also reported that the Indiana Fever television viewership is also down over 53%. Now, I know a lot of us were expecting some sort of dip since Caitlin Clark has been out with injury, but I don't think all of us were expecting the entire viewership of the entire.
The WNBA is cracking at the seams, and rumor has it the commissioner's in full meltdown, panic dialing the league's two biggest moneymakers with one frantic order: get them back on. The demand is wild enough, but the chaos underneath? A toxic stew of injuries, feuds, and cover-ups the WNBA prayed you'd never uncover. This isn't just sports drama. It's the public unraveling of a league that fought decades for respect, now realizing its whole survival depends on two shattered stars, Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham, whose faith in management is gone. What's coming dives deeper than any press release, straight into the boardroom blunders dragging women's basketball off the cliff. When Caitlin Clark went down hurt, everything collapsed. The Clark effect was the tape holding it all together. Ratings started free-falling faster than the league's reputation, leaving a crater where its brightest star once stood. But let's break it down, because numbers never fake it. Before Caitlin Clark's injury, the Indiana Fever were selling out every arena in sight. Attendance skyrocketed from 4,067 in 2023 to over 17,000 when she stepped on court. TV ratings exploded, up 170% year over year. Her jersey sales shattered every record ever logged. Sponsors who'd ghosted the WNBA for decades were suddenly throwing seven-figure checks just to get a logo in the shot. And then, in one brutal instant, it all imploded. Third quarter, meaningless game, Clark drives, plants wrong, drops, silence. The replay said it all. One injury, and possibly the death of the league's golden age. Season ticket holders started demanding refunds, and the WNBA's shiny little house of cards came crashing down. And everyone on the inside saw it coming. But oh no, that wasn't the end of the drama. Behind closed doors, a darker story was brewing. The chaos detonated months earlier, when Commissioner Kathy Engelbert allegedly told another star that Caitlin Clark should be grateful for the league, implying her multi-million-dollar endorsements existed only because of the WNBA. That condescending jab split the locker room like an earthquake. Sources say Engelbert dropped the bomb during a fiery mid-season meeting about marketing rights and revenue. Clark's $28 million deals with Nike, Gatorade, and State Farm dwarfed team budgets, and Engelbert's tone-deaf comment left players fuming, stunned into silence. Caitlin Clark wasn't even in the room when it happened, but once her camp heard the commissioner's snide remark, the reaction was swift and savage. Her team instantly started scouting overseas leagues and international deals. A not-so-subtle message. We don't need you. That one arrogant comment lit a fuse under the entire WNBA. Players who'd stayed silent through past scandals suddenly found their voices. Social media went nuclear, ripping into Kathy Engelbert's leadership. Even ex-stars playing abroad chimed in, accusing the league of sabotaging its own icons. The WNBA's polished image was burning in real time. And just when it seemed things couldn't get messier, in stormed Sophie Cunningham, Clark's sideline teammate, ready to scorch the earth and name names. Sophie Cunningham didn't waste a second. She went straight for the jugular, blasting Kathy Engelbert as the most delusional leader this league has ever seen, then twisting the knife with a brutal mic drop. People only know Kathy because of C. This wasn't some harmless player rant. This was a full-blown declaration of war. And the irony? Cunningham wasn't even playing. She was one of the injured stars Engelbert was already scrambling to replace. Her words didn't just sting, they detonated, turning a leadership crisis into an all-out rebellion aimed squarely at the commissioner herself. The battle lines weren't just drawn, they were carved in stone. Sophie Cunningham's Twitter meltdown raged for over 2 hours with more than 30 blistering posts, and she didn't just drag Kathy Engelbert, she torched her entire legacy. Cunningham tore through every failure, sinking attendance before Caitlin Clark, botched marketing, bungled TV deals, and zero clue how to ride cultural momentum. We've had generational talent before, she snapped. Olympic champs, MVPs, players who could outplay anyone, and this league always blows it. Clark broke through despite them, not because of them. Her closer? It's insulting, it's delusional, and it's why we're drowning. Fans went wild. Within hours, Engelbert Must Go was trending nationwide like a digital riot. Sports talk shows couldn't get enough. Entire segments were devoted to Sophie Cunningham's verbal fireworks. Even mainstream outlets that barely knew the WNBA existed were suddenly obsessed with the league's implosion. The commissioner's office tried to calm the storm with a soulless PR statement about respecting perspectives and professional standards. But that corporate fluff only poured gasoline on the fire. Yet Sophie's status as the league's unapologetic lightning rod ran far deeper than one outburst, and her past was about to crash the narrative. A new lawsuit dropped bombshell accusations that rumors had been spread about Cunningham's alleged affair with her former team's married CEO. The Fever star fired back instantly, calling the story a total lie and deeply disgusting. Still, the fact that those dark whispers trailed such a central figure only poured more fuel on the WNBA's new brand of irresistible chaos, the kind fans can't stop devouring. The lawsuit, filed by a former team employee, painted a toxic picture, a hostile workplace where nasty rumors about multiple players, including Sophie Cunningham, were allegedly planted to tank their credibility and contracts. Court files claimed her old team's front office started the gossip after she dared to request a trade. Cunningham's lawyers fired back with a defamation countersuit, blasting it as a coordinated smear job to silence a whistleblower. They even dropped receipts, texts, and emails proving execs plotted to manage Sophie's image after she complained about poor facilities and shady coaches. The leaks kept coming. Tabloids feasted, and suddenly her name was everywhere, selling more tickets than ever. "They want to kill my career," Sophie said. "But all they're doing is proving I'm right." The WNBA loves strong women, just not ones who refuse to behave. The moment you dare speak truth to power, they'll do everything to break you. The WNBA's reaction to the lawsuit? Eerily silent. Like a guilty party pretending nothing's wrong. That hush instantly sparked whispers that the league's top brass were either tangled in the smear campaign or too scared of upsetting powerful owners to intervene. Either way, the silence screamed dysfunction at the very top. But the darkest theory? It all circles back to Caitlin Clark's mysterious lower body meltdown.